Well, oh, and how are you? Hey, friends, welcome to the Shen Show. I am your host, Shenandoah Briscoe, coming to you live right here in St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, today's Saturday, March the 16th. Happy 2024. Got happy birthday shout out going out to Vincenzo Sierra. And so, without further ado, hey, Vincenzo. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another year gone away. I hope you're enjoying your special day because, well, it's your happy birthday day today. I said, hey, Vincenzo. Hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. I hope you're enjoying your special day because, well, it's your happy birthday day today. It's your happy birthday day today. All right, Vincenzo, have a happy birthday and many, many more. All right, alrighty then. Shin Show fans, let's give them their shout outs. That's right. Mary Thornhill Everingham and Savann Murphy Beason. And my Shin Show Sherer, Darla, Gilmore, Teply. Plus my Pokey pal. There you go. Special return poke for you now. That's for you, Amanda Sue. Amanda Sue Little, that is. Alrighty then. There's your Shin Show shout outs to the Shin Show fans. Alright, alrighty then. Blah 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 blah. I'm gonna jump on over to the weather forecast. Give you a little bit weather blast. That's right, that's right, that's what we're gonna do. Out in the corner, right here by the back door, where the sun's shining just fine. Well, the temperature is good and it feels so great. And that's where I like to dine. Anywho, anyway, that's the way it's going to be today. Partly cloudy skies today for Saturday, March the 16th. High temperatures of 67 degrees Fahrenheit with winds west at 15 to 25 miles per hour. Higher wind gusts are possible. Partly cloudy skies overnight with low temperatures near 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds going to be northwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Then for Sunday, March the 17th, sunshine and clouds mixed together with high temperatures of 52 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Mostly clear skies overnight. Low temperatures are around 25 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds north to northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then for Monday, March the 18th, sunshine in abundance with high temperatures of 43 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be northwest at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Clear skies overnight with low temperatures of 29 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds west to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And then for Thursday, March the 19th, mainly sunny skies with high temperatures around 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds will be west to southwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. And then clear skies overnight with low temperatures near 35 miles per hour. What? Temperatures 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Fourth day of our 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area, Wednesday, March the 20th. Generally sunny skies with high temperatures of 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies overnight around low temperatures around 35 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds going to be northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then for our fifth and final day of our 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area, Thursday, March the 21st. Sunshine and clouds mixed together. Slight chances of rain showers with high temperatures around 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds east at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And then for partly cloudy skies during the evening, will give way to cloudier skies overnight. Low temperatures of 39 degrees Fahrenheit with winds east to northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. And that's your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. See that cough? That's all she wrote. I've got a coughing machine that's supposed to help me cough better. Well, so far it ain't working all that well. But hey, we try to use it each and every day. Okay? Gonna have to go online and check about dentures because, I broke mine. You guys have probably heard that several times. I just haven't checked it out. I've got United Health, so they say they cover dentures. We'll give it a shot. Okay, maybe we can breathe. All right, let's see. What was I going to say? Oh, something else. Is the low income communications program is about to shut down. So I might be short for a little while, a couple days. Might not be able to air because I won't have internet access. I'm going to try to figure out how to go about doing it and getting on the air, staying on the air. If for nothing else, the Bible with Briscoe is the important one to have on the air. So we'll see. We'll see what we can do. But yeah, I'll have to figure out. I'm going through AT&T right now. But a couple of other ones have been advertising in my neighborhood. So we'll just see which ones will give me the best deal. All right. Well, alrighty then. I'm going to try to get me a phone with it now, too. Tired of trying to get this extra phone online. I mean, I've got one. Got an extra phone. I'm trying to get it up and running and accessible. But as for now, so far, nothing. That's right, nothing. So I don't know. Don't know what to do about it. Just don't know what I do about it. It just doesn't seem to be working out for me. But you never can tell. No, you never can tell. Oh, well, you looks like groceries. The groceries on your feet. And you never can tell. Smell bells. Smell bells tell. Alright, well, let's see here. What are we going to sing or do? Names just keep coming back to you. What they are and what they'll be. I don't know, but the song is true. Let's see, what is that song? Song lyrics, Lord, I hope this day is good. I like to sing it as much as I can because I do. Well, that's all right. Wind caught it. Lord, I hope this day is good. I'm feeling empty and misunderstood. I should be thankful, Lord, I know I should. But Lord, I hope this day is good. Lord, have you forgotten me? I've been praying to you faithfully. I'm not saying I'm a righteous man, but Lord, I hope you understand. I don't need fortune and I don't need fame. Send down the thunder, Lord, send down the rain. But when you're playing just how it will be, plan a good day for me. I said, Lord, I hope this day is good. I'm feeling empty and misunderstood. I should be thankful, Lord. I know I should. But Lord, I hope this day is good. You've been the king since the dawn of time. All that I'm asking is a little less crime. It might be hard for the devil to do, but Lord, it would be easy for you. I said, Lord, I hope this day is good. I'm feeling empty and misunderstood. I should be thankful, Lord. I know I should. But Lord, I hope this day is good. Lord, I hope this day is good. I'm thinking about changing the hair color a little bit, going a little darker. Uh, I do it every year about this time, so we'll do it again, see what we think. At first, I don't like it, but then I turn around and do like it. So we shall see. We shall see how it looks on me. Hair full of color, the color to be. We'll see how it looks on me. All right, let's see here. Yeah, my internet was down earlier, and that's why we're getting a late start here today. I've tried and tried to get it rebooted. I had to end up calling AT&T, and they went through, and I sat here with them while they got it running because it wasn't running a while ago. I don't know what was going on with it. It just decided not to run. All right, let's see here. We want to go down. Hurt my neck. Wasn't ready for it. Ouch. Ouch. We're gonna look and see how what the holidays seem to be. Oh yeah, don't forget to get out there. Wow, they might be over already. I'm sure they're still going on out there in St. Uh, in it's not Portage. It's the other end of town, Defiance. Out there in Defiance, they're having their St. Patrick's Day thing. Yeah, March 16th is Everything You Do Is Right Day, Freedom of Information Day, Giant Panda Bear Day, International Sports Car Racing Day, National Quality Day, and International uh, and March National Days. Okay. So anyway, those are for today. Everything you do is right. Everything you do is magic. So, whatever you do is right. And if you tell people whatever you want to tell them, today's the day to do it because it's Information Day, freedom of information. Go and research whatever you want to research because it's out there and it's free to you. And if you get you a great big panda bear, that'd be a nice thing too. And you could do all that while driving a race car because it's International Sports Race Car Day. While you're while you're looking at quality things. So there you go. Celebrate all the holidays for today. All right. All right. Oh, ba-da-ba-do-do-do-do. Bedtime stories for the kids. Bedtime stories for the kids. I'm gonna read them all a time or two. I read one off for a little bit of you. Bedtime stories for the kids. Time for them to hit the beds. Bedtime stories. Bedtime stories for the kids. All right. All right. That's all right, Mama. That's all right with me. That, that's all right, Mama. That's all right with me. All right, kiddos. Hey, it's TV Grandpa time. Jump up on the couch or jump up on the bed, wherever you read. Sorry about that, folks. Wherever it is you rest your sleepy little head. Because, well, TV Grandpa is about to lull y'all to sleep with another little story. Today's story is going to be um, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Part 1, Mirror, Mirror. Once upon a time, a princess named Snow White lived in a castle with her father, the king, and her stepmother, the queen. Her father always said of his daughter that she must be the fairest to everyone that and said so that she would be fair. And people came uh, to the castle when they have a problem and they need the ruler to make a decision. Nothing is more important than to be fair. Well, the queen, Snow White's stepmother, knew how much this meant to her husband. And she asked her magic mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Why, Snow White is the fairest of them all, said the magic mirror. What, yelled the queen. No one is more fair than I. Well, the queen must be the best at everything, and everyone knows that. What could be more fair than that? Well, Snow White is the fairest of them all, repeated the magic mirror. Well, what do you know? You're just a mirror, roared the queen, and she stormed off. Still, the queen was bothered. So bothered was she that the queen decided to get rid of Snow White once and for all. I cannot wait another day, she declared. So the queen called for a servant, a huntsman, and find a reason to take Snow White deep into the woods, said she, pointing her finger at the servant, and then kill her. Well, the huntsman was shocked, but she was the queen. What could he do? So the next day, he took Snow White into the woods, and as he drew his knife to slay her, Snow White turned around. Look, she said, taking something out of her pocket. She held in front of him 6 perfect arrowheads that she had carefully shaped. Do you like them? She said. I made them for you, and you do so much for me. And Snow White, said the huntsman, I cannot do this. Of course you can. Take them, said Snow White. No, that's not what I mean, said the servant. How can I say this? The queen, your stepmother, ordered me to kill you. The huntsman dropped to his knees. But I cannot. She what? Snow White called with alarm. "Hmm, You must run away, said the huntsman, far into the woods, now, and never come back to this castle. Snow White turned and she ran into the woods as fast as she could. Part 2, in the woods. Well, deeper and deeper into the woods she ran. It was getting dark, and the wolves were starting to howl, and she tripped and tore her skirt, but she kept running. Tall tree branches seemed to reach down to the very ground to grab at her, and but she kept running anyway, and she was scratched, bleeding, and scared. But she ran on till she could run no more. And all of a sudden, there was a light far away. Well, who would live so deep in the woods? She thought. So she stepped up closer to the light, and it came from a cottage. Yes, there was no sound in the cottage, only the light flickering from the windows. Well, hello, as she knocked on the door softly on the door. Hello, no answer. The door was a little bit open, and she opened it some more and stepped in. Hello, is anyone home? She looked around. What a mess! She had never seen a messier living room. Well, this cottage may be biggest mess I've ever saw, she said. And, but it's a roof over my head for tonight. Maybe if I can clean up around here, I can earn my stay. Well, as she cleaned, she thought of someone before her father remarried and a prince who lived in the next kingdom were getting to know each other. When this he visited, they would talk, walk in the royal garden, and tell each other stories, and laugh and laugh. Well, after the queen moved into the castle, her stepmother had made a new rule: no more visitors. Now the prince had to slip over the palace gates in secret, and he would call out to her from under her window, and they could talk a bit that way. It wasn't as good as the walks in the garden, but it was the best they could manage. Now that she ran away from home, would she ever see him again? Part 3. What kind of magic is this? Now, after Snow White cleaned up the living room, she went upstairs. On the second floor, 7 little beds were lined up in a row as if for children. Tired from cleaning, Snow White yawned and laid across all 7 of them. Soon she was fast asleep. In the meantime, the 7 dwarfs who lived in the cottage were headed home from a long day of working in the jewel mines. When they opened the door, you can imagine their surprise when they saw their cottage all cleaned up. What kind of magic is this? One of the dwarfs, rubbing his eyes in disbelief. His name was Doc. I wouldn't mind more magic like this, said another of the dwarfs with a grin. His name was Dopey. Where we better check upstairs, said another dwarf, whose name was Grumpy, and something is fishy around here. That's all I'm going to say. And there, up in the attic, lying across all their beds, was a young lady, fast asleep. Who are you? Said all the dwarfs at once. Snow White bolted away, and the 7 dwarfs could tell that she was surprised, as they were. And then, when everyone calmed down, they started to tell their stories. Snow White learned their names: Bashful, Doc, Dopey, Grumpy, Happy, Sleepy, and Sneezy. She told them all her life in the castle and her stepmother, and that her stepmother had tried to get her killed by the huntsman, and the huntsman had set her free in the woods, and that she could never go back home again. And stay here with us, they said Bashful. That's sweet, said Snow White. But if I stay here in your home, I would have to do something for you all. Not only you, but all of you. And so, you already cleaned up, said Sneezy. Keeping the house clean will be easy, said Snow White, as long as we all pitch in. I would let everyone know what part they can do, and I will do my share too, of course. That's fair, said Happy. There must be something else I can do for you, said Snow White, and the seven dwarfs shrugged. Do you know how to read? Said Doc. We have books with wonderful pictures and would love to be able to read them. So it was agreed that Snow White would teach them all how to read. To celebrate their new friendship, Snow White and the seven dwarfs sang and danced the night away. Well, the next morning, part 4. Do not open the door. The next morning, before they left for work, the seven dwarfs warned Snow White that she must not open the door to anyone after the letter. Okay, just before they left for work, the seven dwarfs warned Snow White that she must not open the door to anyone. After all, who knows what evil her stepmother might do? The princess nodded, and the dwarfs left the house. The princess prepared her first reading lesson, and she also prepared a good hot meal for the seven dwarfs when they returned home that night. And so the day passed. Back at the castle, the queen marched up to her mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, she demanded, who is the fairest of them all? Snow White is the fairest of them all, said the magic mirror. Snow White? That is impossible, screamed the queen. That girl is no longer alive. Snow White lives, said the magic mirror, and an image on the mirror showed Snow White living in the cottage of the seven dwarfs. The queen, filled with rage, she screamed, what does she think or who does she think she is? Snow White will not get away with this. And so, part 5, the apple, the coffin, and the prince. At the cottage of the dwarfs the next afternoon, when the seven dwarfs were away at work, there was a knock on the door. Who is it? said Snow White. She remembered the warning of the seven dwarfs. Yeah. Okay, anyway. Who is it? Said Snow White. She remembered the warning the seven dwarfs gave her not to open the door to anyone. It's only a poor old woman. Came to uh, selling apples, my dear. Yet, in fact, it was the evil queen disguised as an old woman. It's raining out here, dear, and I was wondering, please, if you would let me in. Poor thing, thought Snow White, having to go to door selling apples in the rain. So she opened the door. Took, Take a look at these big red apples, said the old woman, who, as you know, was really the queen in disguise. And she had held the red apple close to Snow White and up to her face. Uh, so anyway, so anyway, hmm, I would very much, I would very much like to buy an apple, said Snow White, but I have no money. Well, that fine comb in your hair will make a good trade, said the old woman. Well, all right then, said Snow White, and she took the fine comb out of her hair and she gave it to the old woman, who gave her the apple. Snow White took a big bite. Alas, the fruit was poisoned, and at once Snow White fell to the ground in a deep sleep. She's down, shouted the queen, pumping the air with her fist. Just then the door flew open, and in marched the seven dwarfs home from their day's work. Shocked, indeed, they were to find Snow White lying on the floor with what must have been her stepmother beside her, laughing and laughing. They chased the evil queen out the door and into the storm, up to the very top of the mountain. They chased her, and all of a sudden, lightning hit the mountain, and the queen fell, and she was never seen again. But there was nothing to help poor Snow White. She stayed absolutely still in her deep sleep. The seven dwarfs gently lifted her into a glass coffin. Day and night they kept watch over her. One day the prince happened to pass through, and ever since he had learned that Snow White was missing at the castle, he was searching for her far and wide. Now he had finally found her, but in such a state. The prince pulled open the glass coffin. Her face seemed so fresh, even in that deep sleep. The prince gently took one of Snow White's hands in his own, and he kissed it. At once, Snow White's eyes opened. With love's first kiss, the evil queen's spell was gone forever. The seven dwarfs let out a big cheer. The prince and Snow White leaned towards each other, and they were delighted to find each other again. And now nothing stood in the way for Snow White and the prince to be together. The bid, they bid farewell to Snow White, and the seven dwarfs bid farewell. The seven Snow White bid farewell to the seven dwarfs and returned to the prince's kingdom. And before long, they were married and they lived happily ever after. There you go. Again with the sleeping. Sorry. Daily Bread portion of the program. Daily Bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2024. The Bible with Briscoe 2024 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's reading in the Bible with Briscoe 2024 will be Deuteronomy 28 through 29 and Mark 14:54 through 72. So don't forget to tune in to the Bible with Briscoe 2024 for your daily reading of the Bible. Cold Bible. I are cold. Cold, cold, cold. All right, anyway. Share Your Faith is today's devotion in the Daily Bread portion of the program. And we're going to be covering Acts 16, 1 through 10 for our reading, sharing the faith. Timothy joins Paul and Silas. Paul came to Derbe and then to Lystra. And when a disciple named Timothy lived, that's where a disciple named Timothy lived, whose mother was Jewish and a believer, but whose father was a Greek. The believers at Lystra and in Iconium spoke well of him. Paul wanted to talk to him along. Paul wanted to take him along on the journey. And so he circumcised him because of the Jews who lived in that area, for they all knew that his father was a Greek. And as they traveled from town to town, they delivered the dissertations reached by the apostles and elders in Jerusalem for the people to obey. And so the churches were strengthened in the faith and grew daily in numbers. Paul's vision of the man of Macedonia. Now, Paul and his companions traveled throughout the region of Paraguay and Galatia, having been kept by the Holy Spirit from preaching the word in the province of Asia. And they can, when they came to the border of Messiah, Mysia, when they came to the border of Mysia, they tried to enter Bithynia, but the Spirit of Jesus would not allow them to. And so they passed by Bithynia and went down to Taurus. During the night, Paul had a vision of a man of Macedonia standing and begging him, "Come over to Macedonia to help us." After Paul had seen the vision, he got ready at once to leave for Macedonia, concluding that God had called us to preach the gospel to them. And so there you have it. That was Acts 16, 1 through 10. Share your faith. And they did. Alrighty, my friends. Hey, that looks like it. That's all. That's the Shen Show in a nutshell. That was the daily right portion of the program, brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2024, a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. So don't forget to come back and see the Bible with Briscoe. Hey, walking in the light, saved by grace through faith. Thank you for the beautiful words. Walking in the light. Which is who? Oh, well, you're welcome for the beautiful words. Hey, no problem. I serve God as much as I can. You got a song request for me? Hope. Hope. You must have hope. You must have faith. And you must believe. That's right. You must have hope. You must have faith. And you must believe. Amen. Got a song request for me? Anything that's I can do gospel. I can do gospel. I can do it right. I can do gospel. I can do it right. How about the Let the Fire Fall? I can do that one. Let the fire fall. Heal us one and all. Fall afresh on me. Abba, 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 Father, let that fire fall. Heal us, one and all. Fall afresh on me. There's a wind blowing, blowing through the skies. Ah, wind blowing, don't you realize? Oh, wind, blow fresh on me. I know that song. Well, I mean, I don't know the song, but I'm going to see if I can find it. Song lyrics, there is a wind blowing. Yes. Song lyrics, sweet wind. I don't want that. There's a window blowing all across the land. Fragrant breeze of heaven blowing once again. Don't know where it comes from, don't know where it goes, but let it blow over me. Oh, sweet wind, come and blow over me. There's a rain a pouring, showers from above. Sorry, my throat ain't gonna cut it. There we go. There's a rain a pouring, showers from above. Mercy drops are coming, mercy drops of love. Turn your face to heaven, let the water pour, but let it pour over me. Oh, sweet rain, pour fresh on me. There's a fire burning, falling from the sky. All of tongues of fire, consuming you and I. Can you feel it burning? Burns sacrifice. Well, let it burn over me. Whoa, sweet fire, let it burn over me. I said, there's a wind I'm blowing all across the land. A fragrant breeze of heaven blowing once again. Don't know where it comes from, don't know where it goes, but let it blow over me. Whoa, sweet wind, come and blow over me. Whoa, sweet wind, come and blow over me. There, how was that? Oh, you can sing. Everybody can sing. Now, you may not want to hear yourself sing, but if you sing like I do, you just sing and don't care what people think. And pretty soon, people will start listening and start understanding that if he doesn't care what he sounds like, well, then who am I to care what he sounds like? I'll tune in just to hear him sing, well, however he sings. I fake it. Everybody sing. Everybody knows. Everybody sings a little bitty song. Each and every day you can sing your way. Happy days gonna make it your way. Yep, she's done gone. Well, have a blessed day. Walking in the light. Walking in the light. Alrighty, Hope. Thanks for dropping in. Alrighty then. Hey, that's it. That's all. That's the show in a nutshell. We're gonna jump off. Actually, we're gonna throw that up there. Wake up. Special commentary with Hope. Cap that. A.k.a. Walking in the Light. Correct, Annie. Delete that. Select Walking in the Light. Select Walking in the Light. Cap that. Cap that. Select in the. Cap that. Undo that. Cap that. Go to sleep. Cut that. Select all. Paste that. Go to sleep. There we go. You're in there, in the credits. All right. Thank you, Hope, for tuning in. Thank you all for tuning in. Appreciate the love. God bless you all. Come back and see us again tomorrow. Oh, well, goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends. It's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So, goodbye, my friends. Goodbye. God bless you all. And come back and see us again tomorrow. We'll be here. Bye bye.